Music is still not working tonight. So if you want a little music, go ahead and put something on the background. We're just going to have a nice relaxing flow to finish off our day. And we'll just start with a little bit of breath work to get us kind of focused and ground us in this moment. So we'll bring the right hand onto the heart, left onto the belly. Just feeling the flow of breath here. And maybe letting it grow a little bit deeper. Each inhale bringing us a little more into a relaxed state. Each exhale helping us to let go of the busyness of the day. Now slowing that inhale even a little bit more and just filling the chest and the belly with as much air as you can. Once you've taken in as much air as you can, just hold for a moment. And then slowly let it go back out. And hold for a moment at the bottom. And then bring it in again. Hold at the top. And let it go. Hold at the bottom. Let's take two more like this, just taking a moment for that pause in between breaths. Good. Let that breath just flow in and out. Finding that natural rhythm again. Releasing that control over the breath, but keeping the focus on it. We'll let the hands rest into the lap. And give yourself some slow circles. Just releasing the lower body. Checking in with how the back is feeling. The hips. The shoulders and neck as you move. And bring it back the other direction as well. We'll finish this circle and come to the middle. Just walking the hands forward, giving yourself a little fold down toward the mat. Let the chin drop toward the chest and give the head a little rock side to side. And from here, lifting back up to the hands, we're going to walk over to the left, reaching out far as you can, and just let the body melt down toward that left leg. Feeling that stretch in the right hip and side. Good, let's walk to the right. And lifting up into the middle. We'll release the feet, bring them about hip width in front of you. And take the knees side to side. Good, bring it still in the center. Fingertips are gonna face toward the hips. Let the hips lift up, reverse tabletop. You can take a little bit of movement forward and back if that feels good. Just stretching into the wrists. And then come to the center, draw the hips up toward the ceiling. Good, let's let the hips come down. Stretch the right leg long, leaving left foot down to the mat. We're just gonna reach toward that right leg, give it a little pulse forward. Good, let's reach out. We're gonna hold that stretch. Press the bottom of your left foot into the mat and pull the knee in toward your side. Okay, we'll release and take a little twist to the left, hugging into that left knee, reaching that left hand behind. And you can follow with the gaze back to the shoulder. Yeah, moving back to the center, we'll let that left leg come down in a figure four. And then walk the hands forward one more time, opening up through that left hip a little. Okay, let's release, bring soles of the feet together into cobbler's pose. Both knees bending here. We'll take some little circles. And then pause in the center, taking a fold forward. And just noticing how the hips feel, not forcing anything here. Good, let's come up. We'll stretch the left leg long. Keep that right knee bent and come into our figure four fold on the other side. Coming up to seated, and we'll bring that right foot flat to the mat. Take a twist out to the right, reaching the arm back and taking your gaze back as well. Good. On your next breath, releasing back to center. And we'll take that pulsing stretch, trying to hug the right knee toward our body, gluing the bottom of the foot to the mat. And go ahead, reach out and settle into that fold. Keep drawing right knee toward your side. Let's release that fold. We'll make our way over into downward facing dog. Give the feet a little walk there. Let the head hang heavy. You can give it a little nod. Yes. Give it a shake. No. Good. Now let's bend the knees deeply. You can lift your heels up and press the belly toward your thighs. So really pressing the mat away. A little crunchy dog here. Good. Look forward, step up to the hands and take a fold. Soften the knees and roll your way up to stand. Take your time getting there. Arms are heavy. Shoulders roll back. And the head is the last to lift. Take a breath, reaching up to the sky. Palms are going to meet, and I'm going to press the fingertips toward the ceiling, really finding lots of length through the body. And then give yourself a little tilt to the side. And bring it back up and over to the other side. Back to the middle, and we'll swan dive down, wide arms, reaching toward the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhaling, coming down to the mat, we'll step into our plank. Give yourself a second there, press the mat away. And then lower your way down. Flattening the feet will lift the chest to come to cobra. And just give a little bit of movement side to side, kind of slithering the spine. And pressing up and back through the knees. Come into child's pose, settling the hips over the feet, forehead to the mat. And just give yourself a couple breaths there. Good, one last breath there. And on the next inhale, we'll lift to hands and knees. Let's take a cat-cow, inhaling, rounding that belly to the spine and lifting the gaze. Exhale, arch the spine up toward the ceiling, tucking the tailbone. Inhale, rounding the belly, sway the spine. Exhale to arch. Let's just come through this 3 more times each position. Following your breath. After the third, tucking the toes and lifting back to that downward facing dog. Bend the knees deep, press the mat away, letting the belly connect toward the thighs. And then look forward, step or hop your way to the hands and release to a fold. Rolling our way up to stand. Reaching up. Exhaling, hands to the heart, and we'll sit back into chair. Little tuck of the tailbone. Chest stays lifting. Feel the feet starting to press into the mat and kind of equal out the weight in each of them. And then as we come up, we're going to lift the left knee with us, one-legged mountain. Give that ankle a little turn there. And we can start to reach the arms overhead, finding a little bit more balance here. Now we're going to take that left foot and just step it back behind us, toes tucking under. Keep the palms connected as you lean out toward the right, really opening up in the left side of the body. Okay, we'll move back to the middle, reaching up. Exhale to sink to that chair. Tailbone tucks, chest lifts. Okay, we'll come up again, taking the right knee with us, finding that one-legged mountain, and giving the ankle a little turn. Challenging the balance a little more, adding movement, reaching the arms up. And then stepping that foot out and behind, tuck the toes, lean out to the left, trying to find lots of length through that right side. Good. On your next breath, stepping feet together, sink to the chair one more time. One breath more. And release to your fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Flatten the back. Exhale, hands toward the mat. We're going to step the right foot back. Coming into a runner's lunge. Just give yourself a little bit of movement front and back here. Good. Let that back knee come down. And we're going to swivel the foot off the mat to the left. So you're going to open up like you're in a kneeling warrior two. So my hips are open out to the side, arms are long. And I'm going to sink into that front knee. Good. Now let's reach forward, sliding the rib cage out. Let the hand come down, either arm to thigh or hand to the mat. And we're going to reach, excuse me, right arm over your ear. Feeling that opening in the thighs and our side, our shoulder. Excuse me. Going back to the center. And we're going to slide out the other direction. So letting my right hand come down. Left leg can stay stretching out, or if you want a little more, we're going to lift that leg into gate pose, getting some work in that left hip. And we'll set the foot back down, coming to the center. And we're just going to turn back to face that front leg, bring the hands down, and lift your back knee. Stepping out, downward facing dog. Bend the knees deep, belly connects toward the thighs. And this time we're going to move forward into plank. So kind of rolling your way out. And then press back to that squatty dog. So bent knees, pressing belly toward thighs. And out into the plank. Good, one more here, scrunching back. And out into the plank. Good, downward facing dog. Let's take the right foot forward. Runner's lunge, giving yourself a little bit of movement. Good, let's bring that back knee to the mat and we'll swivel the foot off to the right, letting the body open to the side. Kneeling warrior two, sink into that front leg, extend the arms out. Now taking your option here for kneeling side angle, so you can bring arm to the thigh, or we're gonna let that hand slide to the mat if you feel you have a little more space to give with the thighs. Gaze can come up, let the chest really be open. Good, one more breath. And then on your next inhale, lifting up. We're gonna slide out the other way, hand coming back behind us, let it come down to the mat underneath your shoulder. Right leg can lift or just stay extending. We're gonna reach that right arm to the sky. Gate pose. Good, let the leg come back down. We're gonna come up to that kneeling star. And this time, take the hands forward in front of you. From here, reaching right arm up to the sky. And then thread it under the left arm, dropping the shoulder in the direction of the mat. And then lift back up, take a breath in. Exhale, thread again. Inhale. Exhaling the hand to the mat, and we'll slide that right knee in, tabletop. Extend left leg. Left arm reaching up. And threading under right 3 times here. Good, letting that hand come down after the third. And then we're just gonna walk toward the top of the mat, turn the body to face forward. Tuck your toes, down dog. Right leg lifting up, 3-legged dog. Reach that heel toward the ceiling, let the left heel drop toward the mat. Much as it feels good to do so. And then step that right foot in between the hands. Back foot comes flat this time, out to the side, moving into your full warrior two. Sink into that front knee, feeling that powerful pose. Now take the same option we did in kneeling. So I'm going to come forward, bring my arm either to side angle or drop that arm down, extended side angle to come a little deeper into the side body and into the hips. Gaze coming up to the hand. On your next inhale, lifting back up. Warrior two. Now here we're going to straighten the leg and take reverse triangle. So my left hand will come toward the thigh and I'll reach the right arm up over my head. Take a couple breaths. Moving back to the center, keep both legs straight, sliding the rib cage out again. And this time hand can come down to the leg, reaching left arm up. Turn your gaze up to that top hand for triangle pose. Let's move back up to the center. And we're going to turn both toes to point forward toward the long edge of the mat. Let the hands come down in front of you. Straightening the legs as much as feels good without forcing it. If the hands are down and you have a little more space for the hamstrings, you can start to bend the elbows to draw the top of the head a little more in the direction of the mat. One more breath here. And we'll lift up halfway, so just flattening through the back and soften the knees, roll your way to stand. Turning the left toes to face the short edge of the mat, and we'll bend the left knee, coming to warrior two on this side. Reaching the fingertips out to each direction. And then taking your side angle option, coming forward to rest on the leg or down to the mat. And just reach that right arm over the ear. Gaze coming up. Last breath there. And on your next inhale, come up to center, warrior two. Let's straighten out that leg and tip it back. Reverse triangle, both legs straight, left arm reaching over your head. Good, coming back to center. And let's slide forward, keeping both legs straight. Triangle pose, tipping down, trying to stack one shoulder over the other. Fingertips to the sky. Good, last breath. And then the knee moving back into the center. Turn the toes forward. And we'll take one more fold, reaching hands to the mat. And sinking down as far as feels good. 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, lifting up halfway, flatten the back. And then exhale, lifting all the way up. Let's heel toe the feet in toward each other. And then step to the top of the mat. Taking a big breath to reach up. Exhale into your fold. We're going to wrap the arms behind the thighs and squeeze the chest toward the legs. Feel free to bend the knees as much as you need to get that connection, chest to thighs. Good, release the hands to the mat and we'll just sink the hips down, coming back into seated. Give yourself a little lean back, extending the arms. We're gonna let the legs reach up into boat pose. A couple options from there. For less intensity, you can bend the knees or even hold the backs of your thighs. Let's give it just one more breath here. And then let the legs come down long, reaching arms tall, and hinge from the hips, coming into a fold. Let the shoulders drop away from the ears. And spend a couple moments connecting to your breath. Releasing the feet, we'll roll our way up. And just lay back, giving the knees a little hug toward the chest. Give yourself a rock side to side. Now we'll bring the feet down to the mat. Reach the right leg up and give that ankle a little turn there. Now let's cross the ankle over the thigh. Let the knee open to the side. And then we're just going to rock over to the left, trying to bring the bottom of that foot down toward the mat. Let the shoulders stay flat onto the ground. On your next breath, releasing the twist, bringing the feet back to the middle. And we'll let that right foot down. Stretch the left leg to the air and give the ankle a little turn. And then let's cross the ankle over thigh, letting that knee open to the side. And tip your way over to the right, letting that foot come down. Both shoulders resting to the mat. On your next breath, coming back in toward the center. We'll let that foot come down and just give both knees a little rock side to side. Coming to the center, let's stretch both legs now up, waterfall. Pressing the heels toward the ceiling and flex the feet. You can hug the thighs in toward each other. Good. Now I'm going to let both legs come down toward the right side of the mat. Cross the left leg on top of right. And then reach the arms out as well, making a little bend in your left side. Feeling that stretch go from the hands all the way down to the feet. This is Bananasana, banana pose. And so you want to kind of think about making that banana shape with the body, feet and hands going one direction, and the rib cage reaching out the other. Okay, let's bring it the other way. So I'm going to step my feet to the left and just cross right leg on top and then move the arms over to the left side of the mat, reaching my rib cage toward the right. Moving now back into the center. Let the legs uncross and the arms just come to rest down by your side. Coming to your Shavasana. Allowing everything just to go heavy. Releasing any tension you might feel in the back of the neck, the jaw, the space between the eyebrows. Let the palms soften and the fingers come into their natural curl. The hips and the legs relax, allowing the feet to just fall open. Letting go of any control in the body, any tension or flex. And let's just spend a couple minutes being present here with our breath. Letting the body be heavy and the breath be light. Let's begin to bring our attention back here onto our bodies, into the space. Just feel yourself for a moment heavy, relaxed on the mat. And send out a little gratitude. Send out gratitude to yourself for this time you dedicated to your practice. And gratitude for this day. Another day lived. Fresh perspective and fresh chances for growth tomorrow. And then let the body start to stretch and move slowly. Letting the arms reach out and the legs stretch long. We'll hug the knees back up to the chest one more time. Give them a little squeeze and a rock. And then when you feel ready, making your way back up to seated. Giving yourself in your last little stretch in the shoulders or the neck that might feel good. Letting go of any tension that might still be there. And then we'll just bring the hands into the heart. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your time, allowing me to guide you tonight. Have a great night. Namaste.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Bye, Declan. Good to see you. Have a good night.
And you too. Bye. Thanks.
Bye. Thank you.